So many of you are going to ask, what is this for? Why is this configured in this fashion? Well, with membranes, there's sometimes testing procedures that need to be done to make sure that the integrity of the membrane is actually still there. So we use tri-clamps on the low pressure side of the membrane. So you can actually stick a probe in there. Totally different topic. We can give you the SOPs on how to do that, but these things are so you can take samples of what is actually permeating. And so you have easy access to take those samples while this is set up in this fashion. To place a membrane into the housings, it's really simple. These housings have these little shims that go in here and are held together by a screw. And so they prevent the fitting from being pushed out by pressure. So very safe, very secure. These are good to 1,000 PSI. Very effective, very simple to install. But the gist of it is that super easy to install. So you remove these two screws, that's it. And so this easily comes out and it pulls out like so, right? And so these are Viton O-rings. They can be customized to your application. And then there's two little O-rings inside. The important thing to note here is that you should lubricate these O-rings thoroughly every time you install them. And you should always inspect them and make sure that there are no cracks or abrasions to let fluid through. So it's always good to double check, always good to re-lubricate these O-rings. And if they're damaged, you should replace them. But once you have your housing open, you simply slide your membrane into the tube. And for this type of adapter, you're going to be using a male membrane. And so this adapter is essentially the same on the other end. And so in the other end, your membrane would connect in here with a male adapter. So you need to make sure that those O-rings are lubricated, or you lubricate the other end of your housing. Put your membrane inside, then you put this back in, and you go ahead and re-secure these. And there is a little groove in the housing, which once this is pressurized, the fitting will try to push back, but this shim that we're using here will prevent that from happening, and it makes this installation very simple, extremely effective, and safe. You're going to want to tighten these with an Allen wrench. There is no need to over tighten them. The actual screw is not what holds this together. It just keeps it in place. Always check these periodically. Vibrations will loosen these up. So you just want to give it a good quick look every day before you begin operations. Make sure everything is nice and tight, not over tightened, but just nice and tight. These here are regular sanitary fittings. So you have your gasket, your end cap, and your tri-clamp. With tri-clamps, you need to be careful. There is no need to excessively tighten these clamps. Actually, if you over tighten them, it can actually create a leak. So just hand tighten them, make sure they're nice and snug, and that's really it. That's all you need to do for this. And it's the same procedure for all four.